A note on The Doctor, a film which was last night on national television, actually, not on Cinemax or what, 1, 2, HBO 1, 2, 3, with William Hurt and a few other interesting actors. William Hurt, a good, talented actor. I'm thinking now Accidental Tourist. He played very well. White Heat with Kathleen Turner. Or was it Buddy? His style was always interesting for me. Restrained, without excessive gestures, shouting, and an aggressive or annoying for this viewer style that so many have. In this film, he plays a doctor. What else? We see him very self-assured, a bit arrogant maybe at the beginning. He's a surgeon. He's very good at his job, but he's not involved emotionally. There is a scene at one point wherein he talks about the fact that he's good at cutting open and fixing that, and this is not an emotional thing. On the contrary, emotions would affect the result. And I'm now posing to say that this seems to be the case for actors as well. It's been a few centuries since Dick Grohl, if again I'm not mistaken, said that the actor has to come with a cool head and play with a head from a distance, if you will, being outside the character, not inside, not with fever, with convulsions, with the aforementioned shouts and so on, which so many do. You say, I want to be, I'm coming into the skin of the cat. No, don't do that. I mean, you don't become you have to keep always at a distance, because you need to see what you have to do in your head to better send the messages, better have an impact on the audience, better render the feelings in such a way that the people get it, not just, quite often when as an amateur he cries and he tries to tell his story about, I don't know, something he witnessed, a bad thing. You don't, sometimes, especially when you're close, you get involved with him, but not when he mumbles, when he's eating his words, you can't distinguish anything from the tears and so on. And it's pathetic, but that's just that. I mean, that's the word, pathetic. And you don't want that. It's an act of culture. Anyway, returning to the doctor. This is the same point, in a way, he's making for being a surgeon. A surgeon. The doctor, I think, would be maybe different. And he says, look, you have 30 seconds before the guy dies. You're not there to be emotional. You have to be efficient. You have to fix it, cut it open, sew it back. But it comes across as a bit inhuman. There's this woman with that specific. I also seen. I had an aunt operated heart surgery, and it was terrible. So big and so terrible looking. But the woman says, my husband is worried, would I have that? Tell him that it's a beautiful thing I've done that. I was so great, and they sing in the operating room. And by the way, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi speaks about flow, the state of peak experience of being in the zone, maximum happiness, maximum joy. And the profession of surgeon is one that is very favorable for this. Surgeons, when they operate, they often feel flow because they're so good at this, and they have all the necessary conditions. They have constant feedback, they are in control, time is losing a sense, they lose the sense of self, and so on. The conditions of flow. They come out and they say, let's have lunch, but it's already evening. The problem is that our doctor becomes sick. They find a tumor in his throat, and things change. Perspective changes. A discussion after this diagnosis, which is bad, is very different. When a guy says, we have a terminal one in 2017, room 217 or whatever. Don't talk like that. Your career will be terminal. What's his name? If he's alive, we have to deal with it. If he's dead, call call more. But don't talk like that. His perspective has been changed. He's a patient. He's also a patient now.